Alright, kind of response video to voices in the head again. Just for the hell of it. I'll just use him as context for an argument, a point, that if it needs clarifying, I might as well clarify. So, onto the video.
And in Mendham, who obviously responded to me. I didn't watch his video, which is...
Yeah, isn't that interesting? He doesn't watch the video, he's going to respond to it. But he's going to respond to videos he doesn't watch. I mean, it's sort of like the to be serious strategy, you know. It makes a lot of sense. Sorry, no sale. That's a little bit crazy. Oh, sorry, it's a little bit fucktarded.
In Mendham made a video, and it has to do with this same stuff. The funny part is that he actually disabled comments and ratings. Okay, I never thought I would see this day coming, but he did. He disabled ratings and comments, which to me is like an automatic forfeit. All right.
Yeah, right. You did the same thing, I think, 3 videos back to provoke video responses. All right, because you decided maybe that that's a better way to conduct your business on YouTube. Yeah, so that's my conclusion now. It's going to be, I will argue with people who will make a video, make some kind of coherent argument, but I won't argue in text, and I won't just sit there and tolerate bullshit. Yeah, why bother? Why bother tolerating a bunch of, you know, 2-sentence slanders? Fuck that shit. It's not to my advantage, and if my ratings are going to be driven down every time by, you know, a dozen people who are just going to 1-star the videos, well, what's the point of having ratings anymore? Because they don't mean anything.
I'm not only going to block everyone, but I'm going to not allow ratings and not allow comments. Is because
yeah, well, I won't have to block them anymore. You see, you're not getting it. I won't have to block people anymore because I won't have to deal with their bullshit. So it's that simple. They won't. They won't have any weapons anymore. They can't 1-star my videos, or they can't post their graffiti. So I'm free of it.
You've lost. That's it. You've lost. So to me, that's like winning. You know, making Mendham figure out that if he doesn't, you know, disable comments and ratings, he's just gonna start freaking out. What's the matter in Mendham? Are you getting a little anxious there? Is YouTube?
No, yeah, what's wrong is that nobody's bringing a rational argument. All they're bringing is crap, or like you. Okay, there's people like you. All right, now look at the first video that started this thing between me and you. You made all these, you posted this rhetoric that all I do is file frivolous lawsuits. I'm a litigious motherfucker. You didn't read any of the cases. You knew nothing about those cases whatsoever, but you decided that you were going to say what they were. All right, just like the videos you don't watch that you respond to. What's the fucking point? So you brought the fight to me, all right, and then you brought it with a bunch of bullshit. Okay, bullshit where I'm not going to go, and we, you know, whatever. And we've seen your comments. Like I said, if we just take your comments alone, we've got buckets and buckets of slanderous nonsense. You go find the comments I've made about you.
Hey man, just relax. It's YouTube. It's digital.
Yeah, well, see, I know, but that's the game we could play. I mean, I could just play parts. Like I said, I could take you and we could drag you back to a year ago when you're sitting there crying like a baby because of you know, people making phone calls. So, you know, don't play this game like it's YouTube. People keep using that excuse to be assholes. It's not an excuse to be an asshole.
This time you bitch and moan about how you are not a racist and not a bigot and not anti-Semite, and you're the...
Yeah, I'm not bitching and moaning about it, okay? I'm just stating it. If you're going to demonstrate, you got to demonstrate with more than the crap you're bringing to the table. And I can, like I said, if we're going to sit there and go prove your life kind of thing, like I said, I'm willing to take the polygraph test. I'm willing to be scrutinized in any way you want to scrutinize me. Like I said, I can make every private message public, everything public I've ever written. I don't care, because you're not going to find any racism. You dumb fuck. You're going to find exactly the opposite. You're going to find me telling people to shut the fuck up if they're going to talk that way.
Most loving human being, and you accept everybody.
Yeah, see, you can't even quote me properly. No, I'm not a loving human being. All right, I've made videos pointing out that I'm not a loving human being. I don't love everybody. I hate a lot of people. All right, but I know discrimination is wrong. Okay, I'm not saying I like all races and I like all people and I just love. No, that's not my fucking argument. My fucking argument is I'll never take it to a point where I'll abuse somebody or hurt somebody based on that, using that weapon, you fucking piece of shit.
And yet, in your video, you type this: even psychologists have the psychology of a bug, some kind of dirty Mexican stink bug.
Right, and that was put in, I put it, in brackets just because it was sort of just meant to be a side little remark demonstrating that, yeah, we can play this game. I mean, you can use words like hick and trailer trash and all the other bullshit, this crap, a litigious motherfucker. You can just throw words out about other people. You can malign them by throwing them into some maligned class. And like I said, a responsible person's not going to do that. Certainly not a responsible, and like I said, the rhetoric you use about, your rhetoric was so sloppy. You're a professional. You're supposed to be a professional. And yet you use this rhetoric that is just so unprofessional. I mean, you disgrace the dignity of your own profession. And look at your videos. Look at what they demonstrate. Do they demonstrate some getting a grip with psychology? No, you're a perfect example of a broken psychology. I mean, you feed off of this nonsense, off of this trivial, stupid, idiotic bullshit. You provoke fights and conflict. It's not that they come to you. You go out and find them. You go out and deliberately create them. I mean, the point of the comment was to point out just how easy it is. I mean, we can just, like I said, we can just sit there and we can all play this game. So if that's the game we play, we can put little sombreros and little, cockroach antennas. I can Photoshop that on you, and then that instead of making a real argument, we'll just play a fucking idiotic game. And you see it, you see the videos that are being made, and you're commenting on them. You think it's great fun, because that's the game you want to play. And eventually it might come to that. I mean, okay, when the lawsuit's over, and if that's what a judge says is that, yes, well, that's going to have to be part of the game, that we all have to go to the lowest common denominator. Well, yeah, then maybe I'll be obliged to play the same game. I'll just pick on whatever I can pull, I can extract out of you, any defect I can find, because I won't want to deal with your argument. Instead, I'll just deal with tearing you down, and that'll be my victory. Because that's apparently how you win on YouTube, is you don't make a better argument, you just find a better way to tear somebody down, a more effective way. Okay, it doesn't matter how big a cheat it is, just as long as it works, right? So anyway, yeah, some videos I'll leave comments activated on and some I won't. But yeah, I guess it'll just be depending on what kind of mood I'm in at the time, I suppose. But yeah, there wasn't, look, I mean, the fact is, if I look back at my whole history here on YouTube, I didn't learn anything from the comments. They were more irritation than they're worth. What role do they play? They just really don't play any. I mean, unless this is a popularity contest or something, it's how many comments you got, or how many good comments, or how many people kissing your ass, or some other bullshit, but it doesn't really mean much, does it? I mean, really? It's not the substance of an argument that's being made in the fucking comments.